রমানালভার জগা আজ জাগা জানের মানালভার জগা আজি গৌরাঙ্গের আরতি শোভার জগা জানের মানালভা গৌরাঙ্গের আরতি এই জানাবি তটবনে জগ জানের মানালভা জানা গৌরাঙ্গের আরতি শোভার জগ জানের মানালভার গৌরাঙ্গে মিত গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল জয় সচিনন্দন জয় গৌর হরি সচিনন্দন জয় গৌর হরি দাক্ষিণী তাই চাঁদ বামে গদাধারা নিকটে দৈতাশ্রিণী বস ছত্রধারণিকা কিব বসি আছে গৌরচান রত্ন সিংহাসনে গৌরয়ারতি করে না ব্রহ্মা আদি দেবগণে আরতি করে না ব্রহ্মা আদি দেবগণে শিব নর হরি আদি করে চামর ঢুলায় নর সঞ্জয় মুকুন্দ বাসু ঘোষায়াদি গায় সঞ্জয় শিব শঙ্কর বাজে ঘন্টা বাজে বাজে করতাল मथुरा में दंगा बाजे परमर शाला मधु मधुरा मृदंग बाजे परम रसाल मधु मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर गौरांगेरा आरती काले अजी मधुर 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 बाजे गौरांगेरा आरती काले मधुर मधुर शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख अजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर ओ शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख है गौरांगेर आरती काले मधुर 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 बाजे आरती काले ईसा गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल बाहो कोटि चंद्रजिनी बदनयुजाला गला देशे बनमाला करे झलमाला गला शिवा शिवा सुख नारद प्रेम गद गद ठाकुर भक्ति नद देखे गौर रस पाद के बजाय ओ जय गौरा चाँदे आरती को शोभा ओ जानवी तट बने जग मन लो भार जा गौर जानवी तट बने जग मन लो भाजा पिता गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल নিতাই গৌরা হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল। জয় শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ দ্বৈতা গদাধর শিবাসাদি গৌর ভক্ত বৃন্দ। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Baradhari. Gopi Jana Arji Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Baradhari. Gopi Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tiravana Chari. Jamuna Tiravana Chari. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, हे जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा, जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा, जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा, जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा, ओ निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग, जय जय निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग, ओ निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग, जय निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग, बोलो जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि, बोलो जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि, ओ जय निताय गौर सुंदर जय निताय गौर सुंदर, निताय गौर सुंदर जय निताय गौर सुंदर, जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ, बलदेव जय सुभद्रा, जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे, जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे, हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, बोलो निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद, जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव, जय जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की, विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रयोजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शील भक्ति सिद्धांत ससु ठाकुर महाराज शिल प्रभुपाद की, गौर किशोर दास बाबू जी महाराज की, सच्चिदानंद शिल भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की, सर्वोमाचार्य श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबू जी महाराज की, वृंदावन षडगोस्वामी की, नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की, प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री वृंदावन मथुरा द्वारका धाम की, श्री क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की,
गंगा माई जमुना माई की, भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की, अयोध्यापुरी धाम की, सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, कार्तिक महोत्सव की, लक्ष्मी पूजा महोत्सव की, श्री श्री राधा माधव श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा श्री श्री निताई गौर सुंदर भगवान की, शुभ संध्या आरती कीर्तन की, शील प्रभुपाद की, भगवान दामोदर की, राधा दामोदर की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, समगत भक्त वृंद की, जय जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the Guru and Gauranga. All glories to the Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Ladadayine. Prahlad Ladadayine. Hiranyakasipurvaksha. 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 Silatanka nakhalaye. Silatanka nakhalaye. Ito Narsimha parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha parato Narsimha. Yato yato yami toto Narsimha. Yato yato. Yato yato yami toto Narsimha. Yato. Bahir Narsimha, Hridaya Narsimha, Bahir Narsimha, Bahir Narsimha, Hridaya Narsimha. Narasimha Madhim Saranam Prapade. Narasimha Madhim Narasimhamadhim Saranam Prapade. Narasimhamadhim Saranam Prapade. Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakam Adbhuta Sringa Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tano Bringa Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare. स्तन भृंगा केशव जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद महाराज नरसिंह सिंह जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह प्रहलाद महाराज जय सर्वाद विघ्नाशकारी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So welcome everyone to ISKCON Baltimore on this wonderful Kartik month and Diwali. Happy Diwali to all of you. Diwali. We pray to Krishna that just like a lamp eliminates all the darkness around, may the lamp of Bhakti eliminate all the lust, anger, greed, and you get pure Bhakti of Krishna for that one. So we'd like to thank you for our pujaris for addressing deities so beautifully. We can have a loud Haribol for them. Thank you. Today's feast is cooked by Panchtatva Prabhu and Govind Prabhu. So Haribol to them. And we once sponsored today, Narsingh Dasi Mataji and Vrinda is sponsoring in memory of Sonia Lalwani, so we can face the deities and chant 3 times in memory of the departed soul. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Narsingh Dasi Mata, would you like to come and take blessings of the Lord? Yes. Tomorrow is a very wonderful, so today Diwali upcoming plan will be lecture. Then after Prasadam at 7 o'clock, we'll be illuminating the whole altar with deep, just like we illuminate in India our houses with lamps. We'll be illuminating the whole altar will be there. Then after that, we'll be celebrating Aarti, and then after Aarti, we'll be going out, and there'll be fireworks outside for that. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Krishna. Tomorrow is a very important program. Tomorrow is even bigger program, or the biggest program, one of the biggest programs of the year. It's Govardhan Puja. Haribo! So those who have not attended this program, it's mind-boggling because devotees with the love and affection to commemorate 5,000 years back when Krishna as 5-year-old lifted this huge hill which was at that time 16 miles long to protect his devotees, just confirming that his devotee never perishes and he always makes sure his devotee is taken care of that. To commemorate that, we'll make a huge hill It's not an exact replica because we cannot incorporate 16 miles, but a small hill which will be beautifully decorated with a lot of foodstuffs, everything. If you are, if you like to bring some offering for Giriraj, please bring. But please make sure that there is no onion, garlic, mushrooms, or any meat products in there, or eggs thing, because we are an egg-free society here completely for that. So, and the program will start. 5:30 will be doing bhoga, but 5:30 onwards till 8 o'clock will be program. So please come for that one. And now we'll have Damodar Ashtakam. And if other thing also is there, we have Diwali sweets outside. If you have to give to Diwali sweet to somebody, we have freshly made Diwali sweets outside. You can take and give it to your friends, devotees, anybody would like to do that for that one. And if you like to, Shyam Prabhu, you have some announcement too? And if you like to sponsor for tomorrow Govardhan Puja, it's wonderful because it's our month of Kartik. So anything you do, and this Kartik, Radharani is very appreciative. She blesses you. And there's nothing better than Govardhan Puja because that's the day when these most Leelas are so sanctive, so wonderfully arranged for that one. And Abhishek will be afterwards. So tomorrow Giriraj Abhishek will be there later around 7 o'clock or something. But the program will start 5:30, 6 p.m. Aarti, small lecture, then Abhishek. And then we'll do Parikrama of Giriraj and Giriraj Aarti. Anyone coming for the first time today? That'll be in the evening. We'll be celebrating in the evening. It'll be evening. We'll be celebrating, but the devotee should be fasting till noon time for that one. 12. What's that? 6:30 p.m. or 6:30 to 8 p.m. Yeah, that's fine. I promise. So now we'll have Damodar Ashtakam. So devotees, please make a line here.
डायबिटीज हो गया इसको. प्रभु जी अंदर का लाइट ऑफ कर दीजिए. Hare Krishna. Whoever wants to sponsor for Govardhan Puja, please contact Shyam Prabhu, either Bidur Prabhu, either myself. Thank you. Hare Krishna. शांता करम भुजा श्वासकंपा श्वासकंपा आनंद आनंद भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुन्तलैस्निग्धरक्तस्य इदं ते मुखं भोजमत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं मुहुचुम्बितां बिम्ब रक्ताधरम् मुहुचुम्बितां बिम्ब मनसा विरासता नमामि स्वरं सचित् नमो देव दामोदर अनन्त प्रसीद नमो देव दामोदर अनन्त कृपा दृष्टि दृष्ट्याति गृहणे समामज्ञा मेधक्षि दृश्या गृहणे समामज्ञा मेधक्षि दृश्या कुबेरात्मा जो बद्ध मूर्तै भयादा तोयमोचितौ भक्ति भाजै कृतै च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकाम्य प्रयच्छ तथा भक्तिं स्वकाम्य तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकाम्य प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहोमिस्ते दामोदरेह न मोक्षे ग्रहोमिस्ते नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने तोरियोदरायत विश्वासो धाम्ने नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने नमस्तेस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने तोरियोदरायत नमो राधिकाए तो दिया प्यारे नमो राधिकाए तो दिया प्यारे राधे 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 राधिकाए तो दिया नमो राधिकाए तो दिया प्यारे नमो राधिकाए नमो राधिकाए तो दिया प्यारे नमो नंद लीलाया हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण जय राधा दामोदर राधे राधे जय राधा दामोदर राधे राधे हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल जय श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की जय
Hare Krishna. So we'd like to welcome the speaker for today. Sri Premdam Prabhuji. He is senior disciple of His Grace Vaishyak Prabhu. Prabhuji is also now in charge of our book distribution team. He took over as November 1st, and we are sure under his guidance we'll take to the new heights. Our temple is already number 4th in the country, and with his blessings and guidance we'll go next level. He's scientist by profession, and you know, when scientists think about, when they give to Krishna consciousness, like Bhakti Swarup Maharaj, they go to next level. So Prabhu is very, very sincere. He also is a very qualified teacher. He is Bhakti Shastri course for many of our congregation members. And he's also a certified ISKCON disciple course manager, because so if anybody likes to get initiated, you have to take this course, and Prabhu also does that. So without taking too much time, His Grace Premdam Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. My name is Premdhan Das. Welcome to ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Sorry. So the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is under the guidance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's right up on the altar, as you all know. So it's under the guidance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we all are very fortunate that we get to hear from acharyas, we get the guidance from acharyas to how to move forward, because this human life that we have is very rare. That's what the Shastras tell us. The Shastras tell us, Nirdeha Madhyam Sulabham Sudurlabham, that this human body is very durlabha. It's very rare. So make the best of it, best of what we have received here as a gift. And the best position to be in is of a devotee. That's where we are the most joyful, most happy in our lives. And how do we come to a state of being happy and jolly? When we hear about Krishna, hear about Krishna and his devotees, about the relationships. That helps, that fortifies our intelligence and then helps us further move on the path of bhakti with all the joy and bliss that we receive from hearing about Krishna and his devotees. So with that thought in mind, we'll sing this song, as you can see up on the screen. This is about Krishna and his relationships in the spiritual world. And if I can, is there a kartal too? Kartal? Is there it? Oh, there it is. I won't lose it this time. Last time he gave me, I lost the kirtal somewhere then. So we'll sing it, and you can just sing with me. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Yashodhanandana Brijjana Ranjana Yashodhanandana Brijjana Ranjana Yashodhanandana Brijjana Ranjana Yashodhanandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jai. So this mantra, the Hare Krishna mantra, everything that you need, everything that you want, everything that is knowable, everything is in this mantra. It's right in there. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he's one of our acharyas. He sits right in the front, just at the lotus feet of Radha Madhav. He said, Chauda bhuvan nahi, naam bina kucho nahi, chauda bhuvan maji. That there is nothing else in this entire creation except the holy name of Krishna, which we just chanted, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And then we'll say a prayer to our teachers, spiritual teachers, without whom we are always in darkness. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. I offer my obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, who inspired the world not only to take Krishna consciousness, but also enthusiastically give it to others. And it's one of the major missions of ISKCON Baltimore. You know what's the mission of ISKCON Baltimore? Who knows that? Mission statement for us. Nobody knows. Yeah, it's perfect, bro. It's easy. It was not very complicated. Jiva doy Krishna naam sarva dharma sar. So Jiva doy means mercy, compassion towards all the living entities. Krishna naam means the holy name. Sarva dharma sar. That's the essence of whatever spiritual philosophies out there, is that to give the name and compassion to everybody out there. And we do that in many ways. You know, we have this gathering here every weekend, and we go out for book distribution, for chanting. Yesterday evening we were at the Inner Harbor. We were chanting, we were distributing books to everybody. No discrimination. It's open to all. If you like to join us, please, you can talk to any of the devotees. We go there once a month, Inner Harbor. We sing, we have prasadam, we have books. We just reach out to everybody. And so that's the way we give it out to everyone. So today being Diwali, happy Diwali to everyone. Happy Diwali. So this is a picture from Ayodhya, so I just found it on the internet. So Deepavali is a day when we illuminate our houses. And before we get into that, I just wanted to talk a bit about the origin of Deepavali. Most of you might be aware of it, but just I wanted to brush up everyone's memories. So King Dashrath, who was a king of the whole world at that time, he had 4 sons from 3 wives, and Lord Ram was the eldest. And one of the wives, Kekai, she wanted her son to be the king instead of Lord Ram, and she asked the king for a boon, and the king couldn't say no. And she said, Lord, let Ram should go to the forest for 13 years, and my son should be enthroned. He should be put on the throne as the king. The king couldn't refuse, and Ram, being an obedient son to his father Dashrath, he accepted it happily, and he went to the forest. And there, he had a fight with Ravana, who was evil personified. He killed him, and when he comes back after his exile in the forest, that's when we celebrate Diwali. So the painting here is demonstrating that Lord Ram, with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman, they have come back. And the whole city, or whole world is rejoicing their arrival. And that's where, and Ayodhya was the main city where he was stationed. And that's why Ayodhya is the kind of the main center point where Lord Ram is celebrated, his birth is celebrated, and Diwali is celebrated with full gusto in Ayodhya. I think they set a Guinness Book of World Records this year by lighting, close to 1 million diyas this year in Ayodhya. So that's the origin of Deepavali. That's where it comes from. And as you would know, most of you might know that. What do we do on Diwali? We commonly clean our houses. We put lamps. We meet with other like-minded people, and we exchange sweets with them. And in India, there's also a tradition to play cards, at this day. Which is not appropriate, but still, it's somehow come into the whole game. So, these are the 4 things that I mentioned. Cleaning. I don't know if my cursor works. Cleaning, lighting diyas, exchanging gifts, and playing cards. And sometimes the playing cards can even evolve into gambling to some extent. And so, just to let you know, I'm not promoting gambling here. We are very much against gambling, so we don't do that. So these are the 4 general trends that are followed during Deepavali. And I just wanted to hit upon each one of them and talk a bit about it in whatever, the little time we have. And so let's just hit the first one. So cleaning, Deepavali cleaning, right? So the question I put up there is, where is your city of Ayodhya? So Ayodhya being the main center point where Lord Ram resides and rules from. So where is your city of Ayodhya, is my question to all of you. Please answer. This is the question. Yeah. The questions are all easy. Please answer. It's not hard. So yes, our heart. And but it requires a lot of cleaning. So we would ask, one would ask, what is it filled with? It's filled with a lot of what you call in Sanskrit anarthas. So the word artha means meaning, and the word anartha means which has no meaning. These are unwanted desires that are accumulating in my heart. And they just keep accumulating in now and then. And the process of anartha nivritti, as they say, is the process where we remove these unwanted desires, which have no meaning. They're just completely useless to us, which we have mistakenly taken in, thinking that it's useful for me. So I've just been accumulating it, thinking that it is. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, he says, Samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yoneya evate adi antavanta konteya nateshu ramate buddha. That it's a source of misery, dukkha yoneya. So the word yoni means womb, and dukkha is the byproduct that comes out of their womb if we engage in these unwanted desires. And they're very short-lived. They have a beginning and they have an end. So we as eternal living beings, we are always desirous of something that is eternal. and complete, it's never ending bliss in it. But unfortunately, we never get that. So we keep accumulating things in our heart, thinking that this might make me happy, this might make me blissful, but it never happens. So that just keeps happening. So as you said, it's heart. Our heart is our Ayodhya. And what do we want in there? I put a picture of Krishna there, Lord Ram. We want the Supreme Personality of Godhead sitting in our hearts. That's what the ultimate goal is. But before we start cleaning, the first step that we need to understand and anywhere is to acknowledge our shortcomings. We should know that we need cleaning. Right? Unless we don't know whether we need cleaning or not, we would never clean. Many a time my wife points out to me that, you see this house is so dirty, and for some reason I can never see that it as dirty. So probably some way or the other, I'm not able to see. So we have to first of all acknowledge that our house is dirty, that we need to clean it. The heart is dirty, that we need cleaning, right? And from that point onwards, we can think of improving ourselves. So when I take a stand that I want to improve myself, I want to clean my heart, then my intelligence fortifies. My intelligence becomes stronger. And it takes a stand that, no, I will do this. I'll clean my heart. And that's where the whole process begins. And because I voluntarily have a sense of receptivity towards Krishna, then Krishna from within my heart starts pointing out what cleaning is required. And it can be a tough process, let me warn you. It's not an easy process to find out your own faults and then try to fix them. It's never easy. But if you're really sincere in our practice, then Krishna helps us in every way. Right? And some of these anarthas or unwanted desires are sometimes very hard to remove. You might think that I've been trying for a long time and this just doesn't seem to budge from where it is. It just sticks, it's very sticky there. And, I don't know if you all have experienced, there is this mango sap. If you get stuck in your hair, you just probably just cut off your hair, it's never going to come off. Right? So, and similarly, if you see, if you walk on just a freshly made road, the tar gets stuck on your shoes and it just doesn't come out. So some desires are sticky, they're very sticky, they just stick out there. So the environment out there, the world that we are exposed to, sometimes bombards us with a lot of things, and they sometimes are just very hard to remove out of our hearts. Or we are not yet ready to get them off. I still feel, this can be here, let it be here. It might be of some help to me. But then the easiest way that we have to remove it, let's say I gave the example of a mango sap. The easiest way is to use a solvent. Right? Everybody knows what's a solvent. Anybody can give me a definition of a solvent? No? It's a hard one? Okay. Solvent means something that can dissolve, right? So it's this. So there are solvents, right? You can go on the internet and you can find so many solvents that, hey, I dropped cranberry juice on my new white carpet. How do I remove it? So they'll tell you something, put vinegar, put this and that. So you have different solvents for removing it. So the solvent that we use to remove those unwanted desires is hearing and chanting, what we are doing right now. So that's what we are doing here. So Krishna says that if you are sincere in your practice, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be sincere. And sincerity means that you are good enough in whatever position you are. You're trying your best in that position. That's all what Krishna asks. He's sitting right in my heart, and he knows better than me whether I'm sincere or not. So just give your best shot. Try to be sincere in what Krishna is asking us to do. Then the process of hearing and chanting will eventually lead to cleaning of our hearts. Right? This hearing and chanting, it makes us fearless, jolly, and kind. Fearless because you understand that there is somebody backing me. The biggest source of anxiety in this world is that I feel I'm all by myself. There is nobody to help me. I have to fight all the battles myself, and the fear comes in from the fact that I know I'm not going to win all of those battles that I'm going to fight. When that happens, fear and anxiety grab onto my heart, thinking that, oh my God, I can't do anything about it. But when I understand that there is somebody backing me up, then the fear vanishes, the anxiety vanishes. Because I'm not all by myself, there is somebody supporting me. It's just somebody very strong, very powerful. We become jolly. And jolly is our true nature, to be happy without any reason, because by nature we are happy. The wisdom literatures tell us that the soul is Sat Chit Anand. So Sat means it's eternal. No, it's eternal. Yes, Sat is eternal. Chit is knowledge. And Ananda means happy. So then that's the three main qualities of the soul: Sat, Chit, and Ananda. And when we hear and chant with all the sincerity we can gather, then we come to that position. And that unwanted desires that were sticking very heavily into our heart, they get uprooted out of it. So if we say with determination, we just pray to Krishna, Krishna, I'm just going to depend on you. Krishna, I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure which way my intelligence is taking me. I'll just depend on you. Please show me my path. And when we make that sincere prayer from within our heart, then Krishna can move the whole universe just to fulfill our desires. Right? Srila Prabhupada says in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 2nd canto, he says that when we chant the holy name, all the energies synchronized in the universe come to help us. So just imagine what a powerful process this is. All the energies that are there in this universe, they can come together just to help you achieve your purpose. And what is Krishna just asking us? Sincerity. That's all he's asking us. He doesn't want us to be perfect. If you don't know how to put a tilak properly, that's fine. So you might be having a hard time wearing a dhoti. No problem. It's the heart what Krishna is looking into, because he sits there. So it's his own. In his own selfishness, Krishna wants our heart to be clean because it's his house. Why would he want it to be dirty? But then he cannot clean it unless I show that sincerity to him. That has to come in from my heart. And so one of the most important tools, as I mentioned, to remove those unwanted desires is to ask Krishna for help. Sometimes when you're gardening, some weeds, they just go very deep. Their roots go very, very deep. You can't pull them out. So you have to get some special tools for those. There's a Mont Blanc tool that you can buy. It has these rugged edges and just goes in and can reproot it. So you can have tools similarly to remove those deeply rooted desires in our heart. And the first one is, and the most important one is, to ask Krishna for help. Krishna, please help me. Just a sincere prayer. That's all Krishna is looking for. And then Krishna comes into action. And then sometimes what happens is that somewhere on the way, we start feeling, oh my God, this is too much for me. I cannot walk the whole path. But then Krishna drags you to the destination. That's the beauty. Krishna is just that one molecule of a sincere desire that he sees in our heart. Then Krishna drags us to our destination. Even if we are having a hard time, Krishna just pulls us. And then he recognizes the sincerity in our heart. Right? He realizes that how hard this material world is. It's not happy to be a human in this material world, right? We have so many so many desires sitting there that I feel that, oh, this can make me happy, or this situation can make me happy. There's so many false ideas that I think can grant me happiness. And Krishna knows that that's never going to happen. This world is like a clickbait. Clickbait, you go to websites and there's this link somewhere, a TV for $2 or something, and you feel like, or a TV for $2, and you click it, and then your whole laptop is spammed. So that's the material world. It has clickbaits in it. And when you click it, those spams come in. It takes a hard time to remove those spams. My office computer, it got spams, and then I took it back to my IT, and they said, oh, we'll have to just wipe off all the data you have from your computer. Now it's infected. So we don't want those spams. So we have to be very careful what sites we click onto. As I said, it's a clickbait, right? And another aspect of removing these unwanted desires is that sometimes the conditions are very favorable for us to remove these desires. If you've tried removing weeds from your garden, the best time is after rain. Once it rains, it softens the ground, and then you're easily able to pull the weeds out of it, right? If you try to pull it out on a dry day, it'll be practically impossible. The roots go so deep. But when the soil becomes soft, it becomes easier to pull out. So the rain that we're talking about, again, going back to hearing and chanting. So when you hear and chant, when you're listening to a lecture, you're listening to a kirtan at home, then your heart becomes very soft, and you're more receptive to removing those unwanted desires. So on this Diwali day, you can make a vow that when you go home and you sit down to chant, and try your sincere best to chant. After that, just try to reach out to Krishna and say, Krishna, I need help with these unwanted desires in my heart. And Krishna knows that because it has rained and you're really soft, he will be able to pull out, he'll be able to help you out removing all those. Right? After chanting and hearing, you'll see that there will be a strong impetus from within to remove these desires. So this mantra is like the rain. It's like the rain on your consciousness that nourishes us, that loosens the soil around it. So that's the first aspect, cleaning on Diwali day. The second we all do is lighting lamps. Lighting lamps. So we illuminate. When the residents of Ayodhya, when Lord Ram was about to come back, they illuminated the whole city with diyas, with lamps. Right? So just cleaning is not important. What's even more important is that once that area is clean, if you just create a vacuum, the old things are going to come rushing back into it. So once it's clean, then you start putting the good things in there. Right? There has to be some positive reinforcement. Otherwise, your garden will be again full with weeds. Right? So when you landscape, right? I'm going back again to the weed reference. When you remove weeds out, you will always put some grass seeds there, so that weeds don't come back up again there. So similarly, once our heart is clean, we have to give some positive thoughts to it, some positive beliefs to it. And this illumination, it comes in the form of reading Bhagavad Gita, books like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the light of Shastra. It gives you knowledge, it gives you vision, it enlightens you to the highest purpose of life when you read these books, right? When one comes in contact with these books, they have a very positive transformation in their lives. Right? Now you might say that that's a very big claim to make. Just by reading a book, my life can change. Is that what you're saying? And I give you a challenge that try this out. Go home for a week, you watch the 24-hour news cycle. And at the end of the news cycle, you look at the level of anxiety that you have. Because what does news do is they sensationalize everything. You start feeling, am I going to even be alive tomorrow? Is my 401k is going to be okay or not tomorrow? Is the mortgage rate going to go up tomorrow? It's at somewhere around 9 or 10. It might go up. I know in 1980s it went up to 18%. Not trying to scare anybody, but it can. So that's all that. That's the anxiety that these news cycles give us. They rob us of our attention. But at the completely opposite side, so one week you listen to the news, the other week you hear Bhagavad Gita. You read Bhagavad Gita, you hear some classes on Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada has talked a lot about Bhagavad Gita. Then you see the difference. Right? Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita, in the what chapter is that? The 12th chapter. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitri karuna evacha nirmahamo nirankara sama sukha dukhakshmi. Santushta satatam yogi yatatma dridha nishchaya. Mai arpita mano buddhir yo mad bhakta same priya. What are the qualities that a person develops when he hears or reads the Bhagavad Gita? It's saying, Adveshta sarva bhutanam, you become free of envy. Adveshta sarva bhutanam. Maitri, you become very friendly to everybody. Karuna, you become compassionate. So all these qualities come to you. All that anxiety just vanishes from your heart. Right? And not just this, even Srimad Bhagavatam says this. The first canto, second chapter. Most of you must have read the Bhagavatam. If you have not, if you're looking to start somewhere, first canto, second chapter is where you want to start. Just keep reading that again and again. In that, Sukadev Goswami, who's the speaker of Bhagavatam, he says that, Vidyate hirdaya granthis, chidyate sarva samshaya. All the knots in our heart, the psychological knots that we have in our heart, they get vanished. All the doubts, they just vaporize. Right? We all are going through these psychological conditions. What are the three main psychological conditions? We have raga, bhaya, and krodha. So it's attachment, fear, and anger. That's what Bhagavad Gita is constantly, Krishna is trying to push Arjuna to get rid of all of these. So that's what Krishna is trying to push us to. That get rid of all these knots that are in your heart by hearing and by chanting, by reading the Bhagavad Gita. It gives you a very positive reinforcement. When you read the Bhagavad Gita, you read the Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? It establishes our awareness of our higher self. That's what Bhagavatam does. It pushes us to a level where we are strong enough to fight these unwanted desires and keep them away from my heart. Once I've already cleaned them, I cannot let them come back into us. And all this process leaves us in a very joyous state. Because we all are looking for happiness. That's all we are looking for. Whatever we do from the morning till we go back to bed and even while we are sleeping is all we are looking for happiness. That's what we are looking for. Everything is connected to that. So that's the second aspect of Diwali celebration. The third Diwali celebration is when we exchange gifts. Okay? So now see, you have cleaned your city. Lord Ram is about to come. You have put lamps all over. And you have started to celebrate already, just so anxious that Lord Ram is about to come in. So you start exchanging gifts with each other. And that's the gift that we give to the world. So we all are recipients of knowledge. We have received knowledge. So we all have received knowledge from one source or the other. Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai. So as I was saying, exchanging gifts. So we all are recipients of knowledge. We have received a complete gift from Prabhupada. Prabhupada received it from his spiritual master and going all the way back to Krishna. So this disciplic succession has been giving us this gift. And as responsible beings, we need to give this gift forward on. Right? We all have the capacity to take this movement forward, the Hare Krishna movement that Prabhupada has given us. Each and every one of us has that capacity by giving it to others. And that's where the exchanging gifts comes into picture, right? When Prabhupada, once again, you can put this question, how can I push the movement forward? I'm just an insignificant person. Just imagine a 70-year-old man sitting in Vrindavan, and we're talking about the 1960s, no internet, no phone calls, nothing, and he was sitting in Vrindavan, he was happy, blissful. And he said no. He was compassionate towards other living beings. He said, I have to go to United States because people need this knowledge there. And so Prabhupada got onto a boat, a cargo ship, and he came here. Right? People didn't think that he can make a difference. Right? But Prabhupada was just sincerely trying to follow Krishna's order. That's what he was doing. He wanted to give this gift to the whole world. And did he give that gift to the whole world? Yes, he gave this gift to the whole world. Practically in any corner of the world you go, you'll find an ISKCON center there. You'll find devotees there, singing, chanting, blissful in their own sense. Whatever is happening in the outside world, it's okay. They're not worried about that. Right? So when we connect with Krishna, right? So we always think, as I said, we might think, I'm just a tiny person, infinitesimal. But I might be infinitesimal, but I'm not insignificant. Why I'm not insignificant? Because I'm a part and parcel of Krishna. I'm Krishna's. So when I connect with Krishna, I just become an instrument in what Krishna wants me to do. Then I become perfect. I become significant. Right? That's what Krishna told Arjun to be. Nimitta matra bhava savya sachi. You just be an instrument, Arjun. I've figured out everything. I know which all people are going to die in this war. And where they all are going. All you need to do is just fulfill my desire. Be an instrument in what I want you to do. Right? Yesterday we were out for book distribution. And my friend Sundarachal Prabhu was with me. And he was seeing that there were a lot of these nails lying on the ground. And he had recently some bad experience with his car. Tires got flat because some nails went into it. And he was picking those up on the street. And I was just thinking that nail, at some point in their lives, must have had a value of their own. They might have been part of a big furniture. They might have been part of a big instrument, a machine. But now they're just lying on the ground. It's of zero value. But when they were a part of that machine, they were valuable. They were holding a furniture together. They were holding a machine together. So when we are a part of this bigger plan that Krishna has, we become significant. Just like that nail. But when I fall away from that path that Krishna is showing me, I become insignificant. I'm of no use to Krishna. And Krishna is just waiting for me to come back to his fold. So when we give this knowledge to others, we are taking them from a level of insignificance to a level of significance. We are giving them the spiritual capital by which they can start the Hare Krishna movement in their own homes. It was not hard. Prabhupada, when he was in India, when he started this whole movement, what was he doing? He would just call everybody to his house. I'm going to read Bhagavad Gita, please come to my house. Many devotees in this congregation, they do that. They have programs at home, they just invite everybody, and they just read the Bhagavad Gita. It's not hard. Everybody has that capacity to restart this Hare Krishna movement all over again. I'll take a pause here to see if anybody has any thoughts. And I'll drink water in the meantime. Any comments, any thoughts, something you didn't like? No comments? Was I so good that I convinced everybody now? Everybody will be chanting 16 rounds from today onwards. Okay. We can move forward in the interest of time. Yes, so devotees like Prabhupada, they are like Vaishnava physicians, as in the Chaitanya Charitamrita we are told that. If you want to see in those old day movies, whenever a doctor would come to the house to look at a patient, they would be carrying a bag, a black bag, and what does the bag have? It has some medicines, it has a stethoscope, and many other things that can fix the patient. Similarly, Vaishnava physicians, in their black bag, they carry all this information. They have inspirational thoughts that they share with others. They have instructions in there. And that's what Prabhupada had when he came here in his bag. He didn't have money in it. He had instructions for the whole world. And he freely distributed it. So that's the value of giving this process. And in that whole process, it's not like you're just giving away, you're not getting anything. You are coming to that state of happiness, that state of samadhi, a constant flow. There's this philosophy of state of flow. People can be in a flow, means that you can be so focused on something you're doing that you'll forget everything. You can come in that state of samadhi by giving this gift to others. So that was the third aspect. And the fourth and the so-called interesting one to some people is gambling, right? You all must have been to Las Vegas, right? Don't feel shy. You all must have been to. I've been there. I've been to Las Vegas. It's a city. The word Vega, interestingly, the word Vega in Sanskrit means urge. So Las Vegas is the city of urge. The urge, there's a difference between urge and desire. Desire is kind of still, not that passionate. It's still there, but it's not full force. Urge is urgent. So, so that's what Las Vegas is, city of urgent. And you must see that, right? Gambling, when people gamble, obviously Las Vegas is such a beautiful city. And the only reason is that because majority of the people who are coming there, they're losing their money there. So you never win money in Las Vegas. At least not a lot. So gambling, right? So gambling, so Krishna, so what Prabhupada taught us, and I think I have a quote of her here. So Prabhupada said, I'm just reading for Prabhupada. So what is that gambling? That gambling is dedicate your life to Krishna and see the result. That is also gambling. That is also gambling because everyone is engaged in his own business. But if he is advised, you give up this business, you take to Krishna business, that is also gambling. So it's not like, Prabhupada gave us 4 regulative principles that were meant to regulate a whole lump sum of all the negative qualities that we have been accumulating for a long time, the unwanted desires. So Prabhupada very intelligently gave us these 4 regulative principles. Gambling was one of them, not to gamble. And he said, if you have an interest in gamble, you gamble with Krishna. You gamble by giving up your life for Krishna. We have been living millions and millions of lives. In some life, I might have been a donkey and rat, a demigod, whatnot. This life, I'm a human, and Krishna is saying, you just give this one life to me. I've been asking you to come to me forever and ever, but you have never come to me. This is just one life, give it to me. And there's no loss in it. There's no loss and diminution. Krishna says this in the 2nd chapter. Neha vikarmo nasuasti pratyavayo na vidyate. Swalpam api dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat. Just by doing a little bit of it, you can get rid of all the anxieties and fears that have been haunting us. So gamble with Krishna. Right? There's a sense of exhilaration that you get when you gamble. You can have that same sense by giving up your life for Krishna. What is going to happen? When we go out for Harinam, are we going to meet good people today? What kind of people are going to come? Are they going to get angry on us? Are they going to talk to us? Will they join us? Similarly, when we go out for book distribution, when we are knocking the door, we don't know who's on the other side of the door. Whether he's going to scream at me, whether he's going to invite me in. You never know. So it's always a very, very exciting situation to be in. Like a child bubbling to open his gift. You're not knowing what's in it. So what am I going to get out of it? Right? So gamble this one life for Krishna. So tomorrow just call in your office and say, I'm sick, and you stay at home and read the Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Just do that. That's what Sanatana Goswami did. If you read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, he just called up he was a big minister in the government of West Bengal. And he just called up and said, no, sorry, he didn't call up. He sent a message. He said that, I'm sick. I can't come to work today. And the Nawab, who was the boss, he started saying, okay, a day passed, 2 days passed, and Sanatana Goswami never showed up. And he started, so Nawab said, what's going on? So he went to Sanatana Goswami's house, and he had so many devotees sitting there, and they all were reading Bhagavatam with him. And so that's what devotees do. Just call in and say, no, I can't come in today. I have to read Bhagavatam. Right? Just gamble. Just take this gamble. Obviously, just think about it. Yeah. So, yeah. And, sometimes many people, once I was talking to somebody, and that person said, oh, we gamble on Diwali. Yudhishthir also gambled. And I was like, I was about to facepalm myself. I was like, hit on my head, said, you didn't get the message what Mahabharata is giving you. It's not telling you to go gamble. It's telling you that even a pious person like Yudhishthir can fall trap to a thing like gambling. That was the message. So don't even go close to gambling. But people took it completely the opposite. If Yudhishthir can gamble, so can I. So people take, that's why we need people, sincere devotees, pure devotees like Prabhupada to tell us what exactly Shastras mean. Otherwise, we can just ruin our lives with all the sort of nonsense that my mind can present while we read something of that sort. Right? So another thing, right? So gambling, but you can also be like a gambler. So what do gamblers do? I was reading this an article, and what do gamblers do is, wherever they go, well, they're on a trip, okay, they're either for business or personal. Wherever they go, they start looking for a place where gambling might be happening. They call their friend, and the friend calls another friend, and they find out a place where gambling is happening in a room somewhere in a very shady gully, and they just go in and they knock the door and they say the code word Hail Mogambo, and then they open the door or something, and then they go in and then they start gambling. That's what devotees do. Whenever devotees go to a new place, they are always looking for a place where is the ISKCON center. Where are devotees there? I want to eat prasadam. I want to see the deities. And it's a completely different world from all the way outside. So try to gamble. Just give your life for once to Krishna. Think like a gambler. Be very inquisitive. Wherever you go, start looking. Where is Krishna's place in this city? I want to look for it. Once I was traveling to London many years ago, and the city I was going was like 3 hours drive from London. And it was Ekadashi when I landed there. I didn't have anything to eat. The moment, even before I landed, I started looking for an ISKCON temple close by. And the moment I came to know, I took a cab and I went there. And can you imagine the happiness on my face? I had not eaten the whole day, and they had 10 different dishes served. And like a free to, like ISKCON, all the ISKCON temples, you can eat as much as you like. And the happiness on the devotees' faces there. On Ekadashi, you are eating such a good food, which is completely different from what people are going through in the outside world. People are eating food that's been frozen for months and months and just been taken out and reheated and given to you. So because they don't have this knowledge, they don't know what the meaning of Diwali is. Clean your heart, illuminate your heart. Give it to others freely. It increases when you give to others. It's not for you to keep in a storage locker. It's for you to give it to others, and then it'll grow. And lastly, gamble. Gamble for Krishna. Take risks for Krishna. We take risks for our children. We take risks for our family. Make Krishna your family. Take risks for him. Go out of the way. Devotees, they do so much. They all have full week jobs, but still, the temple is being run by volunteers. So get involved. Gamble for Krishna. And then Krishna will bestow you with what you're looking for. You'll come to a state where there'll be nothing more you would want. It'll be a constant state of increasing love in your heart. You'll be bubbling with joy. That's the state that we all want to be in. Right? Prabhupada gambled. He left everything and he took sannyas. And then he came here. Those are my thoughts. So I'm going to pause here. I think I'm right on time. Good time. Okay. Thank you very much for listening patiently. Hare Krishna. Five minutes for questions. Do you have a mic, Prabhu? Yes. Okay. When you ask questions, 3 people get benefited: you, the speaker, and all the other who are listening to your question. So please share with others.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for a great class. I guess my question is, what if you're not a good gambler?
Well, then you don't have to gamble. That's okay. If you're not a good gambler, that's fine. But if you see, we all are gambling every day. When you go out on the street, you're gambling for your life. You never know how the other people are going to drive. Somebody must have fought with his wife and before going to work. But you're going on the street. You're driving. We all are gambling our lives. You send your kids to school. You don't know what's happening in the school. You're away for 6, 8 hours. So we all gamble at some point or the other. But yeah, if you're not that kind of the money gambling, that's okay. We all gamble in lives. So, but when you gamble for Krishna, then it becomes extremely valuable. So if you don't gamble, then you learn gambling and gamble for Krishna. That's my thought, bro. Or if you don't want to gamble for Krishna.
Yeah, or you're not good at it.
That's fine, Prabhu. As I said, sincerity is what Krishna is looking for. He's not looking for a perfect gambler. He's looking for a gambler according to your time, place, and circumstance. That's all he's looking for. Just like when Lord Ram was building the bridge, Hanuman was taking these big, huge rocks. But then there was a squirrel taking very tiny rocks. And Hanuman was like, get out of the way, you're interrupting. And Lord Ram chastised him. He said, she is as valuable to me as you are, Hanuman. So for Lord, the effort is more important. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for asking.
Eagerness also important. Like if you're a gambler, if you're gambling, you're winning, you get eager to play more. So if you're doing start doing devotional service, you want to gamble a bit more. You think you'll get more and more like that also, right?
Yes, Prabhu. That's one of the most important. Actually, in the Nectar of Instruction, the third verse, Utsaha Nishchaya Dhairyat. So Utsaha is that eagerness, that you're inquisitive, I want to do it. So that's a very important quality of devotees. Yes, that accelerates our drive to our goal of Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
In your personal journey, when you started and you came to this point, have you come to crossroads quite often where you have questioned yourself if you're on the right path?
Yes, every day. That is why you always have to be keep the transcendental vibration going. Maya is very strong. We all take it casually. This material world, the environment is very, very sticky. I feel I'm very strong, but I'm not that strong. You always have to have a plan and ready. As I read this book. He said, Augmentino. He said, I'll never greet the day without a map. Greet the dawn without a map. Don't start your day without a map, otherwise your brain is going to fill it with all random stuff. You have your plan. I'm going to wake up at 4. I'm going to chant my rounds. I'm going to read Bhagavatam. I'll go to work. I'll try to, I'll eat prasadam. I'll cook for Krishna. You should have a plan beforehand. Otherwise, it'll keep hitting you again and again. See, this material world, the purpose of this material world, it's a quality control department. Krishna wants you to come back, but then he's not sure that are you ready for you to come back to him. So he sent you this material world where Maya is always hitting us with 3 prongs. There are 3 kinds of miseries: Adi Klesha, Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik. So it's because Maya is trying to understand how strong am I, or how ready am I to go back home, back to Godhead. So don't take when those questions come, don't think that you are weak. Think that I am being tested and I have to pass this test. Think it that way. Whenever you go for an exam, you get these multiple choice questions. The teacher is not trying to fail you. The teacher is trying to strengthen your answer. That, okay, I'm 100% sure this is the answer. That's why he's giving you 4 wrong answers, not to make you fail the exam. So go with that perspective. It happens, Prabhu. It happens every time. You'll get these doubts coming into your mind. But slowly as you grow, these doubts will start to subside. It's not like the same frequency will happen as you grow in bhakti. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, can you hear me? Thank you so much, Prabhu, for nicely connecting the four important aspects: gifts, cleaning, lamps, and the gambling, and going to the deeper meaning of those and sharing. What I see in our today's culture, all our major festivals, Diwali, Holi, Janmashtami, or whatever, the Shara, it has become like a social gathering event. People just come, eat, enjoy, some dance, some fun, some photo, selfie, gathering, and just go away. And God is somewhere in the back corner, something just, just for the namesake. Just for the namesake. So people, the culture is so degraded. Our festivals, people have just like all Navratra, all whatever you take it up.
Yeah.
So maybe you can something guide on those lines, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
That's what I said. That's where the Vaishnava physicians come in, like you, Prabhu. Vaishnava physicians come in. They have, so when we meet such people, it's the responsibility of the speaker or the person who has that understanding to present the knowledge in a way that the other person can take up. Right? Prabhupada said this, that knowledge is, it's when you realize it and you're able to explain it to the other person properly. So when you meet such people, we should be able to connect with them on their level, not on my level. Right? We have to connect with them on their level, wherever they are. That is why, that's the beauty of the scriptures that come from, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata. They're meant for everybody, people at all levels. They can connect with it at some point or the other. That's the beauty, Prabhu. So my answer in short is that we have to design the answers, design our approach in a way that the person who's coming in with the enjoying mentality can appreciate it. That's my thought, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Premdam Prabhuji. What an amazing lecture. Really appreciate that. So now we'll have prasadam, and then after that, we'll have wonderful offering in the altar. Come around like 7 or 7:15 when the altar will be lit up with all diyas, and then we'll have firework afterwards. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.